Any benefit that you can give to the Lakers, you can throw to any single team that played in this bubble. And that's a fact. You just got to Lou Williams leaving for some lemon pepper wings. I have a friend that's a Dallas fan. They're upset and they're probably depressed. But if you have a friend who's a Suns fan, please contact them and make sure they are mentally okay. Ladies, if you are taken by Kawhi, it don't matter what he's rocking below the belt. This is all you need. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's like every single time someone wants to dissect the bubble and like talk down or talk bad on it, they want to act like any benefit that was given to the Lakers was not given as well to every other team. Welcome to my channel. It's insane. If you know me, you know who I am. If you don't know me, my name is Trey Fab. I am a React content creator. I like to react to everything, whether that be basketball, modern NBA, or different basketball creators. I also like to react to everything that is TikTok, YouTube, drama, nonsense. So if you like brain rot, I'm the guy for you. And if you like basketball insight, I'm the guy for you. So with that being said, today we're going to be reacting to Post2k's video. The 2020 NBA bubble was better than you remember. Now, someone recommended this to me on one of my other videos. There's a subscriber that's been subscribed to me for a while, and I respect that. I respect all my subscribers. I respect all of you for being here, so thank you. I'm small time, so anybody that wants to listen to me yap about stuff, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you ever want me to react to stuff, just let me know, and I will do so. So, all that out the way. Let's get this shit started, huh?
I have a confession. I love the NBA bubble. No fans, empty gyms, no travel, no home court advantage, none of that. It was like an open gym with the best players on the planet. Pure, unfiltered hoops. And it did not disappoint. We saw one of the greatest playoff duels of all time, witnessed a handful of game-winning buzzer beaters, comebacks and chokes, legacies being cemented, and TJ Warren turning into Michael Jordan for a week.
Also, I don't understand why people use this excuse with the bubble to say that the bubble was not as competitive and to say that it didn't count. I understand why people want to say the bubble didn't count because if any other team won that didn't have the name LeBron James affiliated with their roster, then that team would have been viewed as one of the toughest rings to win since Dirk's 2011 finals run. And the reason I truly feel that way is because when you really break it down and you break down the essence of it, there was no crowd whatsoever. So the pressure of a crowd just gets completely eliminated. That pressure of going home and playing at home and playing away, that's gone. You guys are playing on the same court, right? So when it comes down to it, it just, who's the better player? That's it. You know, it's literally playing in a vacuum. Who's the better team? When you're playing in a vacuum and there's no worries about this guy got like 8 hours of sleep while this guy got like 4 because of travel times. This guy like 3 hours of practice while this guy got like 5 because of travel times. This guy is really good when it comes to playing at home crowds, but is really bad playing at away crowds. This guy's really good at playing at away crowds, but really bad playing at home crowds. You got none of that. It was all in a vacuum. And you got to see when we're playing this ball, this hoop in a vacuum, which team is the best. And the Lakers showed that they were. So I don't like the argument of like, well, it doesn't count because there was no crowd and that benefited the Lakers. That benefited everyone. You understand that? Any benefit that you can give to the Lakers, you can throw to any single team that played in this bubble. And that's a fact.
The bubble had it all. We're now nearly half a decade removed from it, and I thought it'd be a good time to revisit the wildest, weirdest, most unforgettable chapter in NBA history. The Utah Jazz and OKC Thunder are scheduled to tip off at 7 p.m. on March 11th, 2020. Yet here we are 10 minutes later in a state of confusion. The officials are huddled up talking about something, and just moments later, like it was straight out of a movie, men in suits rush the court like the FBI to speak to the officials. Something was said, the teams go back to their locker rooms, and the game is postponed. No one knew what was going on, but about an hour and a half after their scheduled tip-off, Shams Charania broke the news. Someone on the Utah Jazz had tested positive for a virus that for the past few months had the world on the cusp of a...
Rudy. That fucking head ass. You know, sometimes I go back and think about Draymond putting that motherfucker in a headlock, and I just go, you know, Draymond is a piece of shit. You shouldn't be doing that. But I don't know, man. Motherfucker shuts down an NBA season. I'm just saying.
Global pandemic. And that someone was Rudy Gobert, who
Yeah.
just days prior had jokingly touched every reporter's mic in what is now seen as an act of complete
Yeah, fuck this. Rudy!
ignorance. Not even 10 minutes after the news broke, the NBA announced they were suspending the season, becoming the first major sports league to do so. Word spread to Dallas where the Mavericks were playing the Nuggets. Mark Cuban reacts to the news just like the rest of us. The sports world explodes, and we're questioning if anything will ever be the same again. After a chaotic 5 months, the world began to calm down, and the NBA wasted no time. The league formalized a plan to resume the season on July 30th at the Walt Disney Resort in Orlando, inviting 22 teams to play 8 seeding games followed by a full-length postseason. Thank God for the bubble, because we had a hell of a season going on. The new LeBron and AD Lakers were dominating as they were chasing a championship in honor of Kobe. The LA Clippers had just loaded up with the reigning champion and finals MVP Kawhi Leonard alongside Paul George. A battle of LA in the conference finals seemed inevitable. The Denver Nuggets' star duo were making noise as a possible dark horse, and a second-year superstar in Dallas was hooping. The West was loaded. Out east, the Bucks were steamrolling the NBA as the overall #1 seed as Giannis chased his second of back-to-back MVPs. Surprisingly, right on their tail were the Toronto Raptors, thriving in their first season without Kawhi in search of consecutive titles. And down in Miami, Jimmy Butler was making waves on his new team, surging as serious championship contenders. I mean, the guy didn't even bring any of his family to the bubble, stating that it was a business trip. He was locked in. An all-around great NBA season was finally back. Basketball was back. The seeding games made one thing blatantly clear. NBA players playing in an empty gym was like rookie mode compared to playing in front of 20,000 people. Some of the shots these guys were making had me thinking there were magnets in the ball. And don't even get me started with MJ Warren. The man exploded for 53 in his first bubble game. 53. TJ Warren and 53 points should never be in the same sentence together. But in the bubble, he was like that, averaging 31 a night in the seeding games. It was like an alternate universe. In other news, Lou Williams was—
Yeah, I just... Damn it. He just got to Lou Williams leaving for some lemon pepper wings. Okay, anyway. Yeah, the fact that people want to use, like, TJ Warren and say, like, when the bubble went down, that is proof to show you that this ring shouldn't count. It doesn't make sense to me. You have a player that probably would not be playing this way in front of, like, crowd atmosphere with the pressure of that crowd in his ear. You know, different circumstances, home and away, arenas, whatever the case may be. Why in the ever-living fuck? Why? Why would you ever say, like, therefore, this was an easy ring to win? I don't get it. There's so many factors that go. There's the altitude of fucking Denver, right? Players not having to play in that altitude, and now they got to come in and actually play on even grounds. It's just the best of the best. Who's the best team is going to win the championship, because the best team is going to beat the other teams, because this is just straight. It's like if you're playing Madden, right? You guys ever go on Madden and you have this team better than this team, whatever the case, you can make it, right? So it's just even teams. So you and your homie can pick whatever team you want. It doesn't matter if it's Kansas City versus the Chicago Bears, which makes me sad, but because I'm a Bears fan and we suck. But the point I'm getting at is you get to pick whatever team you want. Even teams just straight up says, hey, you're both equal. You're both equal. Now it's just going to come down to who is more skilled. Point blank, period. And whoever is more skilled wins the game. It doesn't matter what team you pick. So that's why this was like even teams. Not even in the sense of like talent, but even in the sense of like nobody had an advantage that another team didn't have. Okay? So that's why it astonishes me that people to this day feel like the bubble was just not genuine and it didn't count as a ring, simply because, again, we can say this again, one man, LeBron James,
was caught leaving the bubble to go to Magic City just for some wings. Kyle Kuzma hit a game winner against the Nuggets to no crowd reaction, which felt weird. In a Raptors Magic game, Kyle Lowry and Aaron Gordon get into it, to which Lowry tells him his room number so they can handle business. Only in the bubble. However, the more intriguing storyline from the seeding games was that all the clocks were broken, and no one knew why. They all said Dame time.
Lillard, 5 to shoot. A minute and a half to play. That's a bomb!
Tap. That was hard. They all said Dame time. That was hard. I like that. I like that. That was hard.
Second chance points favoring Cleveland. Balance shot. Lillard for 3. Bottom.
Seconds. Dame able to force the foul, the bucket, and Damian Lillard.
Given ball. Lillard throws it down. Damn. Lillard fires, and it doesn't take much time.
Right side, nice
Screen. Lillard launches.
Dame wants another 3.
Looks on Jeremiah Martin, puts up another 3.
Damian Lillard dribbling up. You guard him. I don't care that CJ McCollum. I don't care that Michael Jordan was.
9.
Ah!
Oh my goodness. Shot by Lillard.
That was from the NBA logo.
Oh my goodness, what a shot.
You gotta be kidding me.
Dame time was in full effect in the bubble as he averaged 37 points per game on sizzling efficiency, including 51 on Philly and
Christ.
61 on Dallas in back-to-back games. This dude was launching from just a step inside half court. He was possessed, so much so that he won the bubble MVP.
Oh yeah, but you know, when it comes down to the Lakers, they're the only ones that benefited from this. The only ones.
That he won the bubble MVP. Yup, the bubble MVP. Get me to the playoffs, bro. Round 1 in the East was a quick one. Giannis and the Bucks trampled the Magic in 5, the JT-JB Celtics battered an injured Philly team in 4, Miami looked deadly on their way to a sweep over the Pacers.
Here's another thing as well, right? I don't know, because I'm basing a lot of the shit I'm about to tell you. A lot is based off my memory off this because this has been a while ago. But with that 2020 season, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Toronto ended up themselves scored, was it like 90 points? Like their bench scored 90 points in a game? It was fucking crazy, dog. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So if you want to say that the bubble, you know, you feel like it's easy, like no one agrees with you. All the players disagree with you. All the players that were there that played disagree with you. And it's fucking insane that you have Jeffrey from Alabama sitting on his couch because he hates LeBron James for more reasons than one, but we'll leave it at that. Turns on the TV and goes, nah, Bron ain't the GOAT. He trash as hell. And because that bubble ring is Mickey Mouse. Trash, garbage, Mickey Mouse. It was easy. Easy. Mickey Mouse ring. Mickey Mouse ring. Mickey Mouse ring. And it's like, okay. Do you feel like he didn't earn it? Nah. Mickey Mouse ring. Okay. Why did every other player play extremely fucking well? Are you saying LeBron didn't average, like, I think he averaged 27, 8, and 8? You telling me those numbers mean nothing? LeBron's always averaging shit like that, though, which is kind of crazy. That is just LeBron, just consistently, just a form of, like, 25 to 27, 8, and 8. Like, that's just, the man is consistent on how he plays. But, like, what? The Lakers going into the playoffs, they were one of the best defensive teams, one of the best offensive teams. They were top 3 defensively, top 3 offensively, both sides of the ball. Rondo coming off the bench, being a machine. Caruso. Like, I don't know. Is this team just not, it was just Mickey Mouse ring? I don't know what to tell you. Dwight Howard, he had like 70% field goal percentage playing up against Denver, I think. And he locked down fucking Jokic. Like, I'm just saying, bro, there's a lot that went into this championship. And as you can see, a lot of players played well, so I find it kind of insulting when you have players that are telling you this was hard as hell to win because so many players played amazing. Like I said, Raptors, 90 points from their bench in a game. That's unheard of.
Lining them up for a date.
And when you hear that and you want to turn around and say, fuck them, you don't trust them, actually, it was easy peasy. It's like, no one believes you know how. No one believes you know ball, buddy. You don't know ball, buddy.
With the number 1 seed Bucks, and the defending champs swept a depleted Nets team, including a Game 4 where the Raptors' bench scored 100 points. It's an
100 points. My bad.
NBA playoff record, and they'll need all of that in round 2 against Boston. For the first time in history, the Raptors and Celtics were facing off in the postseason, and it was humbling for Toronto as the C's smacked them by 18 in Game 1. But they rallied in Game 2, up by 8 points headed into the 4th quarter. And then Marcus Smart happened. The dude cashed in 5 straight threes in a 4-minute span, including an and one to take the lead. Boston never looked back, and they're up 2-0. In our other Eastern series, we had the now back-to-back MVP and Defensive Player of the Year Giannis up against a well-balanced Miami team led by Jimmy Buckets. And in Game 1, it was Butler who played like the MVP. He spazzed for a 40-piece, including 15 clutch points in the fourth to go up 1-0. And in Game 2, tied at 114 with 4 seconds left, he does it again.
Miami inbounds. Here's Butler with 3. Butler with 2. With 1. Butler against Matthews. Gets it away and no good. Do we have a foul? We do. A foul is called. And Jimmy Butler can win it at the line.
Damn. This is just unfortunate. And he obviously does, but it's just like, look at this.
Can win it at the line.
Go
Gets
back.
it away and no good. Do we have a foul? We do. A foul is called.
I'm just trying to think, like, was there any other way? Was there any other way for Giannis to kind of... Was he landing in his zone?
And Jimmy
Damn. Albeit to me... Oh, fuck. Right here, huh?
Butler can win it at the line.
No, he moved his foot... Damn. So Giannis avoided landing in his zone. And if it just... His hands, bro. He just... Listen, I'm not trying to tell a player what to do. This was 5 years ago anyway. I'm not saying what he should or shouldn't do, albeit to me for my fat ass to try to tell an athlete what they should or shouldn't do. I'm just saying, bro, take the fall. Fuck it. I'm just saying. Because obviously he probably did that to control himself so he didn't fall. I would take the fucking fall because this hurts. This hurts because there's nothing you can do. You can just watch. That's all you can do is just watch. Because he doesn't need to make 2. He just needs to make 1. And it's just unfortunate. There's no time on the clock. It's like, fuck, bro. It just take... That's why I'm just saying, if I was in that situation, I'm fucking... If I'm jumping like that, right? And I got Jimmy, and I'm about to fall, I'm fucking hands up, ass planted. I don't care. I will have my ass be sore for a couple days knowing that I did not foul his ass and lose it at the free throw line. But again, past game, it is what it is. Shit happens. I'm not going to put that solely on Giannis, that game in particular, but damn, it is Jimmy Buckets. It is what it is.
Got it. 2-0 in the series. Wow.
On a questionable shooting foul, Butler nails 2 free throws at the buzzer.
Okay, it's not questionable. It's not questionable. You don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like a game ending that way. But it is what it is. I mean, Giannis did put his hands on him. Lightly. You can say the shot was either... Because the shot was... Was the shot released at that point? Show me the shot. Show me the shot. Show me the shot. Let's look at the shot again. The shot was released, but it's one of those things. It's like you just gotta fall on your ass. You just gotta fall on your ass. Sometimes you just gotta fall on your ass.
Buzzer to take a 2-0 series lead. And in Game 3, he'd run it back. Jimmy outduels the MVP once again, pouring in a 17-point fourth quarter, while all of Milwaukee scored just 13. In an absolute shocker, Butler and the Heat have the NBA's overall #1 seed on the ropes, down 0-3. The same deficit the Raptors are just 0.5 seconds away from. Down 0-2 and tied at 101, Toronto fell asleep on defense as Daniel Tice threw down the go-ahead bucket with 0.5 on the clock. The Raptors are going to need some of that playoff magic from 2019 to pull off this miracle. But without Kawhi, who takes the final shot?
Up high, taking anybody coming to the ball.
Series on the line. Anunoby got it off, and it goes. Did it count is the question. OG Anunoby buries a triple at the buzzer.
Shit is so fun. Shit was so
Off
fun.
an insane pass from 6-foot Kyle Lowry over a 7'6" Taco Fall, OG Anunoby quick triggers the corner 3 to save his team from an 0-3 deficit. It's one of the most underrated game winners of all time. Toronto...
I will say, and it's not because the Lakers won the championship, okay? I will say that straight up. I know that if you are new, I know who you see who's on my wall. It's GOAT James, okay? It's GOAT James. That's who's on my wall, buddy. It's GOAT James. And I get that, okay? Let me go ahead and, one time for the GOAT. But, nonetheless, one thing I do want to point out is, I don't know how you look at this bubble and you don't just get excited because of ball. Just how exciting it was to watch it. There's been many seasons that I watched for basketball, and many fun seasons. Luka has been very fun in the playoffs, especially his battle with the Clippers and the Suns. But god damn, like, if you're watching this level of basketball where everyone is damn near on equal footing, and you're saying, like, actually it doesn't count, then you just, again, I'm not trying to, like, talk down to you. You don't know ball. Yeah, you don't know ball. You don't know ball. Because I cannot level with you, buddy. I cannot agree with you, and I think this was one of the fun and one of the best things we could have gotten as NBA fans, because it's never going to happen again. It's one of those questions that I feel like we would have as NBA fans. What would happen if there was no home games, no away games, there was no more rest for the other, less rest for one team, more practice for one team, less practice for the other? What if all players were on equal grounds? They woke up in the same area, they eat the same food, they fell asleep around the same time. You know these guys. Fucking Lou Will's got his fucking lemon pepper wings. Like, you know these guys. Okay? But what would happen if we were able to make the NBA just so equalized that the entire system made all players play under the same umbrella, using the same advantages on the same courts? What would happen with that? And we got our answer, and it was beautiful.
Kept the momentum too, with a Game 4 win to tie the series at 2, to which Boston responded with a Game 5 blowout to retake control of the series. But you can never underestimate the heart of a champion. In a Game 6 double OT thriller, Kyle Lowry lasered in a dagger fadeaway for his 33rd point of the night as he slid on the court like a penguin in celebration. We got a Game 7. Milwaukee, however, did not force a Game 7. In fact, it got worse. Giannis got injured in Game 4, the Bucks somehow got the win, and with the MVP still out for Game 5, it was wraps. Miami kept their foot on the gas to complete the upset over the number 1 seeded Bucks and clinch their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals. But will it be against an old foe or the defending champs? It was do or die for the Celtics and Raptors, and it came down to the wire. With Toronto down 2 with a minute left, Norman Powell gets the ball on the fast break, and Marcus Smart evolves into LeBron James as he swats his layup right off the backboard. It was insanity, and with another chance to tie the game, Fred VanVleet airballs, Boston wins, and the Tatum and Brown Celtics are back in the Eastern Conference Finals to face Miami.
Got downhill, couldn't punch him, Bam says get it out of here!
Out in the Western Conference, the bubble MVP got to face the number 1 seed LeBron AD Lakers in round 1. And you know what they say. That's all, Taco Fall.
Put in our ball. Lakers in 5.
God damn.
Nice little Euro step setting up Dwight Howard.
I do want to say the editing skills of Post2k, I'm mad respect on that. This man is absolutely hilarious. Taco Fall, that ain't our ball. Lakers in 5. Jesus.
Drives into the paint, goes inside, shot blocked by Davis. As we approach the 1 minute mark of this first half, LeBron James. Davis suspends, step back, puts it in. Anthony Davis again finds Davis for the slam. Some very big plays in game 1. Alley-oop to James. Boy, he can see it coming. Now Green leaves it up top. Davis hammers it down. LeBron with a long 3.
This team was just nasty. I'm sorry. You had the little Twin Towers X shit of McGee and Howard. You had Caruso. You had Rondo coming off the bench. You had Danny Green, Anthony Davis. I'm sorry. This team was just KCP. This team was just, oh my God, bro. It was insane. Probably, in my opinion, and they were playing like it, one of the best teams I've seen in a while as far as like a LeBron team goes. That Miami team obviously is up there, but if I had to like pick teams that were the best, I would definitely say Miami's 1. 2, I would have to say the Lakers. I would have to say this Lakers squad. This 2020 Lakers squad, definitely 2 as far as like one of the best teams I've seen LeBron on. This was a well-rounded, really great team. Okay? The reason I don't have Cleveland at 2, because I know people may be thinking of the comeback. I like Kevin Love, Kyrie, and LeBron James, and I do feel like they had a decent lineup, but I do not think it compares. It falls to comparison to this 2020 team. Let's put this in perspective. If LeBron had this team with him in Cleveland, they three-peat, period, point blank. Like, this was a monster, amazing-ass team, and they played so well together. I loved it.
Now it's down. LeBron James.
Houston and OKC was a movie. The series went 7, and with the Rockets up 1 with just 5 seconds left, James Harden seals the game on defense with a clutch block on Lou Dort to win the series and move on to face the Lakers in round 2. Our other series was Clippers Mavericks, and a young superstar stole the show. In game 4, down 2-1, he does this.
Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good. Doncic wins the game. That's a.
I'm sorry, that's Luka Magic. That's Luka Magic. Look at that. Look at Luka fucking Magic. God damn, bro. Luka Magic. Luka Magic.
Daddy watching on from the sideline.
I told you guys I was gonna clip fucking Scap saying that. But anyway, let's keep going.
Luka Doncic put up 43, 17, 13 and did that. It was mind-numbing. Kawhi and the Clippers would come through to win the series in 6, but holy, watch out for Dallas in years to come.
Dallas sending Luka Doncic to the late.
Post2k is a goofball. I like this kid. You just watch. You just watch out. Watch out for watch out for Luka. Watch out for Luka and the Mavs. They're gonna be deadly. Psych. Goddamn. But it could be worse. They could be like the Phoenix Suns right now. If you're a Dallas fan, you're crying. But if you're a Suns fan, please check. If you have a friend that's a Dallas fan, they're upset and they're probably depressed. But if you have a friend who's a Suns fan, please contact them and make sure they are mentally okay as soon as possible. I cannot imagine. The Suns don't own their pick for the next few years. They might not even make the play-in. Like, I'm just saying, please check on your Suns fans. Check on them. Check on them. Jesus Christ. I was going to look up something as far as, like, because I know that Mark Cuban said something as far as the Luka trade. The only thing with, like, Mark, he, like, willingly sold his shares in the team. So I get that he's upset, but it's one of those things. I'm not blaming Mark for the trade, by the way. You had some people blaming Mark, other people not blaming him, but I'm not blaming him for the trade. I just don't like when he's like, oh, bro, I did not want this trade to happen, and they didn't listen to me. It's like, you have part ownership. You have part ownership. You know what I mean? They have full ownership. You sold your shares willingly. It's fucked. It's not okay, and it's sad, but it is what it is. It's like if my landlord that I pay, they paid a mortgage for this property that I live on. I live in an apartment. I got like a small stake in this, but they're the ones that own the shit outright. So if I go ahead and complain to them because let's say they raised the prices of some shit, it's not fair and it's kind of fucked. I can complain and that is okay, but I can't sit there and say it shouldn't have been done without my permission. I have like no stake. And that's the same thing with Mark Cuban. I think they should have, I am not giving Dallas any credence here, okay? If you go back and look at my past videos as far as me talking about the Dallas situation, I made several. And one thing I said in conclusion for Dallas is I said this is a 1-year plan for them that doesn't make sense. But if they won a championship, if AD stays healthy, I see that the Dallas can be a good team. We saw what happened with that. But as far as like this trade was just extremely unintelligent because they could have gotten a lot from it and they got nothing. They got an aging AD in Max Christie. Like, it just was a bad trade overall. So I'm not giving Dallas any type of credence here. All I'm saying is that I know that Mark is upset, but I saw that he said, like, in an interview, like, man, they should have told me, they should have contacted me. I agree with all that. But, bro, if you're going to sell most of your shares to different owners, you got to know who the owners are. If you don't want to lead the team anymore, that's fine. That's your right. I mean, albeit to me, earlier in the video, I was trying to tell an athlete what to do, and now I'm trying to tell a billionaire what to do. Look at me, guys. But I'm just saying, if you're going to sell shares of your team to different owners, maybe be aware of who the team owners are going to be and their intentions as far as your superstar goes. But that's just how I feel.
Lakers.
Now, I saved the best for last. Utah versus Denver in an absolute classic. Donovan Mitchell wasted no time in Game 1, going ballistic for the third highest scoring performance in NBA playoff history with 57 points. Want to know something funny though? It wasn't a loss. The Denver Nuggets won behind 36 from Jamal Murray. But this was just a preview. The Jazz responded with blowouts in Games 2 and 3 to go up 2-1, which brings us to August 23rd, 2020, for the single greatest in-game playoff duel in history.
Lovely finds Murray. Shot clock down at 1. It gets up in time and counting.
Decoy, find an open man.
Donovan Mitchell shakes Porter in the second quarter. Step back three. Murray. Oh, he's out there. Here's Mitchell now. Pull up from the free throw line. He's got it. 5 minutes to go in regulation here. Murray fires again, and Murray hits again. Shot clock down to 4. Mitchell has Millsap off. He'll pull a 3, and he hits a 3. And returns the stare down. Donovan Mitchell, a clutch three-pointer for the Jazz.
Mitchell and Murray become the first opponents to each score 50 points in the same playoff game in NBA history. It was iconic. Murray was a sniper with 21 in the fourth, but Mitchell got the final laugh with 18 in the quarter and the win to take a chokehold on the series, up 3-1.
How do you guys watch? And we're about to see what happens. Denver comes back. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling the 2020 season from you. I get it. If you're like, I get it. If you're behind on the season, some of you are still in the 1990 season in particular. You guys are really stuck in the 90 seasons for sure. Some of you are still stuck there and you haven't left there and you're still talking about Jordan. So I get it. But if I'm spoiling the 2020 NBA season for you, my bad. But the 3-1 comeback by the Nuggets, and I believe they did it twice. Again, I know spoilers. I'm sorry. Jesus, when you look at this, bro, ball. This is ball. This is a ball fantasy. In every sense of the term, it's just amazing. I just don't know how you can look at it and say it's fake. I sound like a broken record at this point, but Jesus Christ, 50 points on opposing teams. Come on, dog.
Denver, though, would survive Game 5, and then the Stars did it again in Game 6. 44 for Mitchell, but it was one-upped by another 50-piece for Murray in the win. The dude couldn't miss, and this series is tied at 3. Game 7 was an absolute slugfest, and with Denver up 2 in the final moments, this series gave us one more heartstopper.
And backed out, he lost it! The Nuggets come up with a defensive play. Murray, they missed the layup, Gobert got it! Mitchell hanging at the other end, 2 seconds to go for the win! And it rims out! Denver hangs on!
Off an insane sequence that saw Torrey Craig miss a wide-open layup, Mike Conley rims out a 3 that could have won the series for Utah. Instead, Denver completes the 3-1 comeback in one of the all-time playoff series. And they're off to face the Clippers. Round 2 in the West gave us Lakers versus Rockets, and Game 1 was pure entertainment. In the second quarter, LeBron sprints down the court and completely baptizes Russell Westbrook. LA was buzzing, but Houston roared right back, and as Russ drained a 3 that sealed the game, he starts talking smack to an empty gym. It was the most Westbrook thing you can imagine. But you know what they say, Russ 3,
KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5.
LA continues their playoff destruction to move on to the Western Conference Finals, where they'll either get those pesky Nuggets or a highly anticipated Battle of LA. Clippers versus Nuggets was seen as a cakewalk for LA, and it started out that way with a 23-point murder in Game 1. Denver responded in Game 2 to tie the series, and Game 3 was a house of highlights. Michael Porter Jr. detonates on Montrezl Harrell, Zubac gives Millsap a facial, and late in the fourth, Murray tries to join the party, but Kawhi literally hits him with a middle finger for one of the most disrespectful blocks ever to seal the win. And the clock kept it rolling in Game 4 with a
Kawhi's hands are just so big. Are you guys like aware of how big Kawhi's hands are? If you're NBA fans, you know, but if you guys are kinda, you know, you don't know, like, I am Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, Jesus, I can't type, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is a good comparison. I don't want to see a kid's hands in his hand. I want to see this. Or I guess that's a woman. Sorry. Look at that. That's Paul George. Another NBA player. Okay? Another NBA player. Now he's kind of a podcaster, but we don't talk about that. And that's his teammate Kawhi. Look how big this man's hands are, dog. That is absolutely insane. No. Why are your hands that big? Jesus Christ. Listen, I don't know Kawhi's dating life. All I can say is, ladies, if you are taken by Kawhi, it don't matter what he's rocking below the belt. This is all you need. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That shit is crazy, huh? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
A masterclass to go up 3-1, and the Battle of LA seems imminent. There's no way Denver has another 3-1 comeback in them. No, I'm just kidding, they do. The Clippers choked away a 16-point lead in Game 5. In Game 6, LA sold again, losing a 19-point third-quarter lead as Jokic took over for 34, 14, and 7. Nuggets win by 13, and somehow, this one's going 7. The Nuggets become the only team in NBA history with 2 3-1 comebacks in the same playoff run. And it was all thanks to Murray and Jokic. Jamal oozed confidence in Game 7, draining some ballsy threes on his way to another 40-point night alongside 16, 22, and 13 from the Joker. They did what Kawhi and PG couldn't. I mean, look at these numbers. After all that talk, the Clippers completely collapsed. It'll be Denver off to face the Lakers. Heat and Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals was a rivalry renewed with new faces, and it lived up to the hype. In Game 1, the Heat are down 1 with 15 seconds left in overtime. Butler drives down and throws in a wild and 1 to go up 2. Boston needs something, and the new face of their franchise has the ball.
Clock at 7, working against Butler, got downhill, couldn't punch it, Mavs says get it out of here. Adebayo, sky high with the block and
The
rejection.
time on that, bro. The timing on
Literally
that, bro.
gets nothing but ball as he
God
stuffs Tatum at the
damn.
cup with one of the cleanest blocks you'll ever see. Miami takes Game 1, and in Game 2, the Heat kept riding their hot streak to go up 2-0 in their third straight series. Jimmy tried to warn us. It was all business. Back in the West, the Lakers and Nuggets were gearing up for a war in the Western Conference Finals. But Game 1 was anything but that. The Lakers did what the Clippers couldn't as they built up a big lead and kept it behind 37 and 10 from AD to go up 1-0. In Game 2 though, we got what we signed up for. Jump to clutch time and AD and the Joker are going at it. Jokic tips in a ridiculous shot to go up 1. AD responds to go back up 1, and then Joker gets him right back with a hook shot to retake the lead. Now down 1 with 2 seconds left. Does AD have one more in him?
I love this shit.
Trying to disrupt Rondo. He puts it in. Here's Davis, 4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good. Anthony Davis has won it for the Lakers.
Damn.
Bubble AD comes through with a colossal wing 3 to win the game, yelling Kobe as he celebrates in the Black Mamba uniforms, while also smoking Dion Waiters. The trade for AD is paying off, and just like the Heat, LA goes up 2-0. Miami, however, got some pushback in Game 3. Boston delivered in a must-win game to get back in the series, to which a rookie Tyler Hero countered in Game 4 with a 37-point bomb, including 17 in the fourth, to go up 3-1. Boston would get one more in Game 5, then the Heat shut down any chance of a comeback in Game 6, as they clinch an NBA Finals appearance for the first time in 6 years as the 5th seed. No one saw this coming.
Yeah, and honestly, when it comes down to it, a lot of people say that like the Lakers, the reason the ring shouldn't count is because they faced the Heat, and if they would have faced the Celtics, then maybe. And it's just like, dude, you can't pick and choose. They've placed a Houston team that had Harden, Westbrook, and had a great lineup in itself. Okay, they faced a Denver team that had Jokic, Murray, Michael Porter Jr. They had a good lineup in itself. Okay. And they go on to face this team that, again, a good team. It's a good team. Point blank, period. I don't care what you say. And they faced Damian Lillard in that Blazers team. And Damian Lillard was the bubble MVP. He was shooting insane splits. 60 Like what? 7% true shooting percent. Fucking A. Fucking crazy. Fucking fuck. I don't care what court you're on. That's insane. And they won. Like, they faced true competition and they won. Like, what do you... It's just frustrating, right? Because you can only play who's in front of you. They played really great teams, and I think Miami was a good team because you know what? They beat the teams in front of them. If you want to say Giannis got injured, that's one thing, but they beat the Celtics. Like, they dispatched of them. Like, what do you... I don't know. I just get mad at the whole argument of, like, the bubble shouldn't count because there was no fans, and the Lakers got so many benefits, and LeBron got rest for 5 months. It's like, so did everyone else. So did everyone else. It's like every single time someone wants to dissect the bubble and like talk down or talk bad on it, they want to act like any benefit that was given to the Lakers was not given as well to every other team. It's insane.
Back in the West, coming off of Anthony Davis's unreal game winner, the Lakers stumbled in Game 3 as Denver got themselves back in the series. But LA came right back with a Game 4 win to go up 3-1. Wait, 3-1? Can Denver possibly... Nope. LeBron shut down any chance of another 3-1 comeback as he turned back the clock for a masterful 38, 16, and 10 performance, including a 16-point fourth quarter barrage to get the Lakers back in the NBA Finals. The King will be making his 9th Finals appearance in 10 years, chasing his 4th championship against a team he once brought to the Promised Land.
God damn.
The underdog Miami Heat and the star-studded Los Angeles Lakers in an NBA Finals with no fans starting on September 30th. This is going to be one for the books. Game 1 started out hot, but it only lasted a quarter. The Lakers blew the game wide open the rest of the way to win by 18. AD was electric for 34, 9, and 5, while LeBron toyed with his former team for 25, 13, and 9. The NBA's best duo was utterly dominant, as LA takes Game 1. Miami got beat up in Game 1, and I mean that in the literal sense. Bam Adebayo dealt with a left shoulder strain while Goran Dragic suffered a tear in his left foot. With both guys out for Game 2, the Heat were down 2 starters, and it went as expected. The Lakers took a commanding 14-point lead into halftime, and there was nothing Miami could do. LA is now 4-0 when wearing the Black Mamba jerseys this postseason in honor of Kobe. They're up 2-0, but the job's not finished.
Damn.
Entering Game 3 on the brink of an 0-3 deficit, Miami needed a miracle with Adebayo and Dragic still sidelined. There was no other option. The Butler had to serve up a masterpiece.
Team assist a career high for him in Game 2. Then with a steal down the other end, they throw it ahead to Butler, and Butler throws it down. Butler's got Caruso on him. Goes right at him and bangs it home. As we approach the midway point here in the second. Mid-range jumper from Butler.
Also, I want to say I find it hilarious, absolutely astonishing, absolutely disgusting that people will say Jimmy Butler, if he would have won these finals, was going to be one of the greatest rings ever. But since LeBron won it, it's one of the weakest. Make it make sense, my guy. Make it make sense, please.
Backs in. That fall-away shot is up and good. 34 for Butler. Butler the drive, the runner, he backs it in. Oh, what a masterpiece from Jimmy Butler.
In what is no doubt the greatest game of Jimmy Butler's career, the dude went supernova for 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 dimes, becoming just the 3rd player in history to post a 40-point triple-double in the NBA Finals.
Do you guys see the text right there? I would put my mouse over it, but it's let's let the play bar go down. Don't worry, I'll point at it. Don't worry, hold on. Let's get it out the way. Let's get it out the way real quick. Let's get out the way. Hold on. It'll go away in a second. Do I have to play it? Let's rewind it a little bit so it doesn't go away too fast.
Rebounds and 13 dimes, becoming just the 3rd player in history to post.
You guys see right there? Bron right there. You can kind of see it right behind the numbers. Bron and Jerry West. Bron. The GOAT. Don't care what you say. I don't know what to tell you. That's the GOAT. Sorry. It's kind of crazy. 3rd player in NBA history with 40-point triple-double. Let's can we like... Damn. 3rd player in NBA history with 40-point triple-double in the NBA Finals. LeBron 2015, 40, 14, and 11. And Jerry West, 1969, 42, 13, and 12. I'm not seeing an MJ. I'm just saying. Just find that to be interesting.
Just a 40-point triple-double in the NBA Finals. It was a performance for the ages, capped off by a tough and one and snarl from his rookie to get right back in this series. LeBron entered Game 4 with this emotionless anger. You could see it on his face, and no one really knew why, until he did this.
Back out Robinson, stolen by James. James drives, goes inside and throws it down.
Halfway through the first quarter, he gets the steal, flies down the court, bodies Tyler Hero, and throws down the two-handed slam, getting the rookie back for that snarling Game 3. This was personal for LeBron, and with a 6-point lead late in the fourth, it was LA's newest star who shined the brightest.
Back to Davis. Davis for three. Bang! Anthony Davis from downtown. And the Lakers take a 9-point lead. Timeout Miami.
Anthony Davis hits a monster 3 to push the lead to 9,
God
and by
damn.
hearing LeBron's reaction, you can tell this one's over. The purple and gold are just one win away from their 17th championship. Entering Game 5 with one team on the cusp of a title and the other on the brink of failure, we had a storm brewing. So let's get to late in the fourth quarter, where we got...
This game was fun. When I watched this game, I remember this game. I won't spoil it, guys. Like I said, some of you are behind in the seasons. I won't spoil it. But I will say, even though... I'll spoil the winner. Even though Miami won this game, one thing I will say is, God damn, that was fun. That was extremely fun. Especially the end sequence, and he's definitely going to talk about it. And what happened there is like, damn, they fucking... I remember talking with my homeboy about it. I had to go to work later that day. I worked at a pizza place at that point. I just got out of school. I was going to work. And then I was telling them, like, this is fucking bullshit. It was right there. This shit was intense. I'm sorry. Again, broken fucking record, dude. But this was probably one of the most best seasons in NBA history, in my opinion. If you disagree, you disagree. But the reason I feel this way is because I say it again and again and again and again. Like, every single team had an equal ground. There wasn't a single team that had other opportunities that another team did not have. They were playing on equal footing. It was absolutely insane what we got to see from this team. And it was actually kind of fucking crazy that we got to see every single team play at their utmost best ball. Okay? It was fun. And it's never going to happen again. But it's just one of those things where we got to complete an NBA season. Okay? And you got people that cried about it. Now, there's pros and cons to everything. We saw that the NBA season started up rather quickly. Lakers suffered major injuries. I think actually the Lakers were playing well. And then LeBron got injured on a late closeout. What game was that? I know that LeBron got injured on a late closeout, turned his ankle, and he was out. And since then, they dipped down. But 21 season, the Lakers were looking good in the beginning. But then, you know, towards the end of the season, it just did not go in their favor. And then as for the Heat, like, they just, yeah. But a lot of people said, like, the bubble was fake because of that. But it's like, we can't even push it into context. First of all, the Lakers were playing well until LeBron went out that following season, following a late closeout. Who were they playing? Were they playing the Pacers? My memory can be phasey when something was like about 4 or 5 years ago. I believe they were playing the Pacers. I'm not fully sure. But when it comes to that injury, yeah, LeBron went out and the team kind of just went down from there. And as for the Heat, like, can we put into context that these guys played in September and had to start right back up a couple months late? Like, is there no context to that whatsoever? Like, these are athletes, but 82 games is 82 games. Like, yeah, you get no rest. The other teams got the rest a little earlier. Even 1 month of rest is better than 1 week of rest is better than 2 days of rest. 1 month of rest is better than 1 week of rest. You get what I'm saying? The more rest, the better. You know, go to sleep. Go sleep for 4 hours. And see how you feel if you slept for 5 hours. And see how you feel if you slept for 6. The person that slept for 4 is going to feel a lot worse than the person that slept for 5, a lot worse than the person that slept for 6. Like, this shit matters. Rest matters. And these teams did not get that. And Lakers still played well, so I don't like the fraudulent shit when the Miami Heat still were playing well the following seasons to come. But nonetheless, I digress. I'm just saying. I don't want to yap too long. I just find it kind of frustrating that we don't really give the credit to probably one of the best basketball experiences we got to see as NBA fans that we're just never going to see again because of a terrible disease that kind of infected damn near the entire planet.
The Butler versus the King. With a couple minutes left, Jimmy pulls up and puts his team up 2. James counters as he flips home a tough and one to take the lead. Butler fades out of the post and takes it right back. Braun puts back his own miss and LA's back on top. Jimmy drives right down, gets the foul, and you can see how exhausted he is as he nearly collapses onto the table. Butler was giving it his all. LA answered again with a putback from AD, but Jimmy didn't let up as he knocked down 2 more free throws to go up 1. Now with 15 seconds left, LeBron has the ball for the final possession with a chance to win the championship.
This shit, bro.
He drives to the cup, gets triple teamed, throws it back to Danny Green for a wide open 3, but he clanks it, Morris gets the rebound, and inexplicably throws it out of bounds. Despite 7-3 from the King, it was the Butler who came through with 35, 12, 11, 5, and most importantly, the win. We're going to a Game 6. The Lakers entered Game 6 on a mission. I mean, it was over before it even started, as they took a 28-point lead into halftime. The dream season was about to be complete. It was lights out.
And that's it, it's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang in the rafters.
And I have a feeling that this Finals MVP is going to have a trophy named after him one day. The Finals MVP is LeBron James.
We just want our respect. Rob wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization wants their respect. Laker Nation wants their respect. And I want my damn respect too.
God damn. Hard. Fucking hard.
An introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well.
Oh shit. Oh,
Stop it. Get some help.
Didn't mean to play that, but the game that changed LeBron James' legacy. April 10th.
I have a confession.
Stop. Stop it. Stop. Hold on.
Stop it. Get some help.
There we go. Perfect timing. I like that. I like that a lot. I like Post2k. I haven't reacted to him in a while. I'm glad King Kev, I believe, he's one of my subscribers. I'm glad it was brought up. I saw April 10th. He's going to be dropping a Braun video. I'm definitely going to be reacting to that. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate you guys being here, being part of the process, being part of the growth. I mean, day at a time, huh? Day at a time. I'm getting more followers as the days goes on. 147 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I want you guys to know that. Didn't think I'd be at 10, okay? I believe I had real nerds. I appreciate you, by the way. I don't give you shout-outs either, but I had real nerds come in, King Kev come in. Those two came in when I had like 10, 15 subscribers, I think. I'm sitting at 147. I know it's slow growth, and maybe we'll get high or maybe we'll stay low, but I just find it crazy that it all started with this video right here. It all started with this one. And ever since 3 months ago, I was sitting at 2 subscribers, me and my wife. And since then, we're now at 147. So it just feels good. It feels great. And, you know, I know this is random, has nothing to do with the video. I just appreciate everybody coming by and listening to me yap. But until next time, friends, I hope you guys have a good one. Please pay attention to my post. I will let you know when I go live. Usually I do lives. I leave up my gaming lives because I like to play video games as well. Sometimes if I do yapping or content lives, those will not stay up because for obvious reasons I make it into videos. I have shorts that I post, random shorts of shit I like to talk about. I just post it and say, fuck it. And, yeah, that's just how I am. If you guys like video games, I game with my friends, you know. Sometimes 2K, sometimes Black Ops, sometimes, like today, I'm going to play Madden. And I'll just do random challenges or shit that I find fun. And then, obviously, I post drama content and basketball content. But until next time, friends, stay smart, stay yourself, stay smooth. I love you. Peace out.